Well, we gotta say the name of the story.
We read a story.
The Lady with the Dog.
By
Chekhov.
Chekhov.
Not the Star Trek character.
There's not a lot to it. It's basically, you know, an older man who has an affair with this younger woman who's also married.
She has a dog.
She has a little dog, which doesn't really come up, but yeah.
No, it's not that important. But that's how he gets. That's how he notices her.
That's how he pets the dog, and that's his in.
Surely has something else in store for us.
Then we'll be ready.
And it's just basically about like them managing their affair.
Yeah, and kind of like realizing that. I mean, doesn't it kind of end with them kind of realizing their affair is more important to them than?
It seemed at the very least like there was going to be.
Like they're like.
End game is that they want to be together.
Yeah, like they're kind of realizing that this wasn't like they didn't want to stay with their other people anymore. And not sure if that did anything. Anyway. So, yeah. It's also, as a short story, it takes place in, like, in 4 different chapters, kind of. Which is kind of different for a short story, you know?
Yeah.
It's 4 different sequences.
I've dreamed of this day for so long. We have enough of
The question
Osiris's
is,
power to melt
do they
Zed's
actually
frost.
fall in love with each other? No!
The
answer is no.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I mean...
I think it kind of, like... So, it's kind of similar. I think him falling in love, quote unquote, with her, it's kind of like when you're in a really crappy job and then you go on vacation and then you come back and you realize just how much you hate your job. Like, I feel like that's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
It's not that she's so great, it's just that he is unhappy and he's been cheating on his wife for a while. So, yeah. And her, I think she just thinks her husband's a dumbass.
I just think, one thing about these stories, regardless of what they're about...
Have we been here?
Here, let's go look at the statue again. It's always interesting to me, whenever we read one of these stories, it's the same thing with philosophy, it's like, how often... It's like, there's some kind of sentiment or some kind of feeling, and just how universal it is, you know? This idea that it's like, oh... It's like... This replay. I think we already did this one.
Really?
Yeah.
They all kind of look the same.
Just how you can have these experiences and they're so similar. It's like, oh, he's having a midlife crisis and he becomes really interested in this knight. Yeah, this is like the first one we did.
Oh fuck.
Becomes really. Let's just go back up.
Okay.
Really interested in a younger woman, and you know, and
Yeah.
it's like at first he's like, oh, she's just naive or whatever, and it's like, oh wait, no, I really do like you a lot, and maybe I do or maybe I don't. I don't know.
But he even describes her as like not special.
Yeah.
You know, like she just like kind of
Just what I can get.
I mean, I think she's just a filler for. I think they're both just fillers for them being unhappy.
Like, yeah, kind of dissatisfaction with life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.